Kristi Noem had to haul herself into the Senate Homeland Security Committee this week for a hearing. And during that hearing, an unlikely advocate for helping American citizens emerged. It was Republican Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri. Because Josh Hawley didn't necessarily want to talk about, I guess, whatever the hell it is they were supposed to be talking to Ice Barbie about. He wanted to talk about the fact that the FEMA department is, of course, a part of the Department of Homeland Security. Their funding is being cut. Trump has said he wants to eliminate FEMA altogether. Meanwhile, Josh Hawley from the state of Missouri just went through a series of devastatingly deadly tornadoes. Just like Arkansas did a month ago, just like Mississippi did a month ago, and just like Kentucky did over the weekend. So you've got multiple red states that have been ravaged by natural disasters, and this administration, run by Donald Trump, whom Kristi Noem works for, hasn't done a damn thing to help any of these areas. Here is what Josh Hawley said to Kristi Noem during this hearing. Will you commit to helping for those 3 major disaster declaration requests that are pending? Will you expedite those, Secretary Noem, and get those in front of the president? Get those approved? We are desperate for the assistance in Missouri. And then Noem replied that she would make sure that applications were put before Trump as soon as possible and agreed to expedite individual assistance for qualified Missourians impacted by the recent storms. The fact that Josh Hawley had to ask the Secretary of Homeland Security to do her job is not a good sign as to how this government is actually functioning. The fact that red state governors have literally had to write letters to Donald Trump begging him for federal assistance. Here's what happened, by the way. Back in, I think it was February, Arkansas was ravaged by tornadoes. So they do their thing. They put in the requests like, hey, FEMA, we can't afford to do this. We need the federal assistance. Please declare a national emergency area so that FEMA can be deployed. Nothing happened. So a month later, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders personally writes a letter to Donald Trump, the man she used to work for, the man she owes her career to, begging him, please get off your butt. Give us FEMA. We got nothing here, man. Come on. A month after that, so a month after the letter, 2 months after the storms, Donald Trump finally says, okay, it's a disaster area. FEMA, you can go. It took 2 months. Typically, when you have a natural disaster like that, the declaration comes within hours. 12 to 36 hours is typical for an administration. And this was a red state run by one of Donald Trump's staunchest defenders and best friends, and even she couldn't get relief. And now we have other red states, Mississippi still waiting on their declaration, Kentucky waiting, and Missouri waiting. Dozens of people died in these storms, billions of dollars in damages. None of those states have any money at all. I mean, we are honestly talking about states that are very poor, especially Arkansas and Kentucky and Mississippi, 3 of the poorest states in the country. And I'm not just talking about the people, I'm talking about the government itself. They have no money. They need federal assistance. That's why FEMA exists in the first place, folks. And Trump's simply not doing it. This is something that should have happened within hours of those storms hitting. But in some of these instances, instead of being in the Oval Office at the time the storms hit, Donald Trump was playing golf. During the ones in Arkansas, I believe that's when he was down there at the Daytona 500. I'm watching the race cars go in fast circles. It's great. I don't care about your tornadoes going in fast circles. He doesn't care. He wants FEMA gone. It doesn't matter if it's a red state or a blue state. He doesn't give a crap. So I do applaud Josh Hawley for actually sticking up for his constituents and calling out Kristi Noem, having to beg her to do her damn job. Hopefully she does. But I don't have any faith in her at all. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.